What's up team, I'm Kev and I still haven't got around to getting a new whiteboard pen. Jokes aside, if you're new here, my name is Kev. I am an online body transformation coach. I used to work in finance. I hated my body. My career was ruining my life. I learned the methods that are consistently helping the driven men and women on my team drop 20 to 40 pounds in as little as 16 weeks. And today I wanted to break down exactly how we do that and therefore what you can do as well. I have now alluded to what I've been working on, the Pinnacle Programme. I wanted to give a little bit more of a breakdown about what you can do with your training, your nutrition, so that your career never gets in the way of your personal goals ever again. So this is how you can basically get as jacked and shredded as possible in the most efficient way possible. A little bit of a background around me: I did a degree in sport, exercise and nutrition. I've coached IFBB pros. I've got over 100 transformations and life-changing results already on my team. And today I'm just going to give you a little bit of what I've learned over these years of experience and how I've compiled it into what I believe is the best solution to busy men and women who can't find the time, are too stressed, constantly sabotaging their progress to get in shape. So if you struggle with finding the time to get in the gym, struggle to find the time with keeping consistent with your nutrition, if you struggle with stress eating and can't stay consistent with your nutrition, this is exactly what's helping the guys and girls on my team, and hopefully it can help you as well. So if you are interested in how this can be applied on a one-to-one basis with coaching directly from myself, do feel free to drop me a DM on Instagram saying the word lean, and I will happily give you a little bit of a rundown of exactly what the service includes. But I wanted to touch on some of the underpinning principles, kicking things off with training, because a lot of people struggle to find the time in their week. If you're working long hours, if you've got kids, how do you get your training in? Because if you've read the magazines or you've listened to the experts on TV, they're always saying that you should be in the gym for hours a day. You think that to look like the movie stars when they're on the interviews, they're saying that they work out for hours and hours every single day. And my clients are literally training 30 to 45 minutes, 3 to 4 times per week. Why is this? Well, 30 to 45 minutes, it allows us to use just effective exercise selection. That is all you need. All the exercises that you need to build the body of your dreams, if you break it down into what those exercises offer, the mechanics of each exercise and the physiology of what actually grows muscle, you will be able to narrow things down into just those few effective exercises that are going to give you the most bang for buck. The truth is that most of you aren't going to go to the Mr. Olympia. You don't need these lengthy plans that perfectly work. You know, your rear delt. You're going to build an incredible physique just getting super strong at those key few exercises. What that also means is that we're using effective volume. You're not in the gym for ages and ages doing loads and loads of sets. Gone are the days of 4 sets of 12 for bench press, 4 sets of 12 for flies. We don't do that. We train extremely intense but quick. What that means is that you're actually going to recover way better because you're not wasting your time with endless exercises that aren't giving you bang for your buck. You're not doing a million sets that are just beating you up further and further. So you'll actually get better physique results, get more defined, grow more muscle by using these methods. 3 to 4 times per week is then a continuation of that, because you'll actually make more progress like this than training 6-7 days a week. Because even if muscular recovery is accounted for, recovery of your central nervous system fatigue isn't. So fewer training days will actually allow you better recovery and therefore progression in the gym. So you're actually going to get those results even quicker. You're going to take up those lifts quicker. Your performance is going to improve. But not only that, the time spent in the gym being so minimal means that it's flexible. And what most people struggle with isn't actually the training, it's the nutrition. So with 3 to 4 sessions per week, that means that you've got 3 to 4 days per week that you can focus on getting some meal prep done. We'll move on to how we make that super smooth in just a moment. But that means that you've now got time during the week that you can actually still have a social life. If you want to include some other activities like martial arts, that means that you've got days that you can now dedicate to that, because you're getting everything that you need out of those 3 to 4 sessions of resistance training. The beauty is that cardio, you could slot in on rest days, or you could tag them on at the end of those training sessions. So max, if you were doing a longer session, 45 minutes, with a bit of cardio after that, 4 times a week, you'd only be in the gym an hour 4 times a week, and you've literally got all the training that you need done both resistance training and cardio, everything that you need to get a lean, defined physique and drop 20 to 40 pounds in as little as 16 weeks. Once again, 3 to 4 times per week. That means that you now have more time that you can allocate to spending time with your family, more time that you can allocate to meal prep, and you're actually going to get better results because of it. You're going to be able to progress faster. You're going to be able to finally stay on track with your nutrition. And best of all, the flexibility means that you actually now have some contingency plans in place. It's super common to fall off track with your training because something will come up at the last minute and you can't make it to the gym. But with our unique flexible training splits, my rotating training splits, make sure you check out the video that I did on training splits. This will actually allow you to shift those workouts certain days in the week. So if something does come up last minute, you actually don't miss a beat. You can actually resume that session just by rejiggling the other days in your week that you're meant to work out, and you can stay on track super seamless. So this is without doubt the most optimized and efficient training program ever, especially if you do find yourself struggling with staying consistent, if you find yourself lacking time. This really brings it down to the bare bones that will get you great results. Nutrition. You might have heard me talk about the hybrid method for nutrition. Well, what is this? What does this do? This is designed to allow you variety because obviously not everyone wants to eat bland chicken and broccoli like you're on, a bodybuilding diet. This is also going to save you time because a lot of people have started to now kind of get away from the bro foods and get into calorie tracking, macro tracking, MyFitnessPal, if it fits your macros, flexible dieting. That's cool, but it comes with two major downfalls. Number one is that until you're very experienced, you're still going to actually resort to the path of least resistance, and that's usually going to actually take you further from your goals because there's still lots of decision making required in that. You're basically being let loose like a kid in a candy shop. This is why, if it fits your macros, gets a really bad name because people will get a little bit of protein in and then the rest of their macros will be made up of really processed foods and it's terrible. So what do we do? You've got your macro targets. You've also got example meals that will lead you up to those targets. So you have a good idea of what you can include in your day, and we make that an incremental change from where you are now. So if you're just having a bowl of cornflakes for breakfast in the morning, the worst thing that I could do is have you cooking up eggs and this and that and the other, right? So it's all incrementally adjusted so that we can make that habit change as super simple as possible. This is something that does require a little bit more of a one-to-one approach because I need to understand your routine, but that is kind of the gist of it at face value. It's incremental. We meet you where you're at. It makes the habit change as straightforward and easy as it gets. What this also means is you don't have to waste time tracking every little calorie into MyFitnessPal. So it's super time efficient. These meals then have other meals like, meal 2 and meal 2 will both have the exact same calories and macronutrients. So, I could have this or I could have that. You don't have to waste time plugging it into MyFitnessPal. You can actually just crack on with your day because you have options of what you can eat. It keeps that good routine, consistency, and structure, so there's minimal guesswork, but it also gives you enough variety, and we're actually working now on even more meal ideas, recipes, etc., so that my clients can use then this swaps method of basically lean proteins, and they have all these ingredients that they can interchange in just the portions that are relevant to them, and it gives them endless ideas for meals that they can create. Again, that ticks off both variety. You're not eating like a robot. This is how my clients, if I rewind back to when I was in the office, because everyone used to ask me about my recipes, I'd bring these Tupperwares of delicious foods that I had prepped, and people would ask me for these recipes because while they were crying, chomping down their 5th Tesco meal deal of the week, this soggy fucking sandwich, I was having paella, I was having stir fry, all these nice meals. If I went home, I could cook up a steak quickly for dinner. It was as easy as it gets to drop body fat and get lean and build muscle. So you've got the variety in that. You're not going to be eating like a monk. And it's also going to save you time because you don't have to waste time, tracking everything. And it's also super efficient to meal prep. Meal prep gets a bad name because you think that you're constantly eating the same things. But if you meal prepped one meal for just a few days in a row, that ticks it off and you've got something really convenient there. Meal prep does make things super convenient because it means that you're less likely to, once again, take the path of least resistance. So it'll save you time, and then you can simply just prep another meal, which has the same equatable calories and macros, and you're sorted for the week. You could even, if you've got a day with a bunch of spare time, Saturday, Sunday, you could prep 2 meals and then you could just alternate them. And you've got, once again, got loads and loads of options that you can then go from there, especially as we build on the education side of things. As I said, there's a swaps method. So as we go through the program, I'm teaching my clients how to actually use this. I'm teaching them more and more foundational principles of nutrition, building that to more and more advanced as we move up, so that by the end, they can basically like take care of things themselves. They've mastered this, and they're going to have a super time efficient and flexible protocol that is going to last them for life. But that is not the only thing. It also is really, really conducive to having a good social life, because I'm, don't know if I should mention this or not, but I doubt she'll watch it. But by the end of this month, I'm going to be engaged. I've got a girlfriend who I love immensely, and I love spending time with her. And of course, meals out, dates are a part of that. And I've heard of people's partners hating them when they start on their fitness goals because they're cooking different things. I've heard of people struggling to hit their goals because they've got children. And they're like, how do I meal prep when I've got kids? This is really conducive to that. And if you're, once again, career-driven professional on the go, actually having meals out a lot, if you're traveling, if you're meeting with clients, then this is super conducive to that, because we've got strategies in play. Everything from calorie banking, if you don't know what that is, it's basically kind of reducing your intake on certain days so that you can actually save it up for some of those bigger meals. Carb cycling, various strategies that will actually enable you to account for some of those bigger meals and sometimes going outside of that budget. What also happens here is a big focus on phase planning. So it's understanding what is going to be most conducive to your goal in a fat loss phase, and then how to maintain that are slightly different things. We build on that through the program, making the right decisions. This is also super, super important, because through that educational component, my clients have one-to-one access to me around the clock so that I can actually help them with the decision making, and that will then actually help as they're eating out more and more to make better decisions, learning the principles of nutrition so that they can make that a real lifestyle change for them. Then going in a little bit more to the lifestyle side of things, lifestyle is a really underlooked component. I left it till last because if you have made it this far into the video, I appreciate you watching. You should make sure that you've left a like, subscribe, all that good stuff, much appreciated. But lifestyle is massively overlooked. It is something that really holds the key to incredible physique progress and progress in every part of your life. And it's something that now is so downplayed because people have unfortunately, on the whole, been lied to. And I think a lot of people are leading really unfulfilling lives and drinking a lot of alcohol, etc. All these things that are ruining your lifestyle and actually ruining how happy you are. It provides a very temporary source of happiness, but it's actually kind of ruining you. So sleep, we put a massive focus on sleep and habits that we build through the program that will get your sleep quality and sleep duration and iron out your routine, because all of this is underpinned by a big focus on productivity. We work with some seriously high performing professionals, people who own their own businesses. So high performance is really kind of the key focus of the lifestyle side of our program, building those habits, working with you to develop the pinnacle high performance lifestyle. Sleep is a massive part of that, because when you sleep good, sleep is your primary form of stress management. This is your body's recovery state if you get good quality sleep. That means that not only are you going to have more energy and productivity, but it's actually going to help you with the physique side of things as well, because you're going to better manage your cravings and better manage your hunger. It is going to help with your routine and energy to actually be able to get things done and allocate time properly throughout the day, which then also means that you can then allocate time to those other things that need to be done, hence productivity. That is just directly from the sleep alone. But again, stress management being controlled means that you're going to actually feel way better about yourself. You're going to tolerate stress much better, and you're going to be able to actually not let that stress interrupt your progress. Just by doing something like that, bringing up your sleep. We do have other means of regulating stress. That is a separate thing that we tackle altogether when it comes to mindfulness, breathing work, and loads of other strategies to specifically tackle stress. But sleep is a massive one, massive one. Energy, various habits that build energy. Once again, sleep kind of interacts with that somewhat, fueling your circadian rhythm so that you actually have energy at the right times of day to fuel more productivity. So we put a huge focus on basically just making you a machine. That is why I called it the Pinnacle Program, because I want everyone to have access to this kind of lifestyle where you feel incredible, you look amazing, and these are the strategies that we use to get you there. If that sounds like your kind of thing, if you want to know exactly what I could do to help you, once again, DM me on Instagram, the word lean. I also give away a bunch of free stuff. So if you want a little free sample of some hybrid meal plans or a workout plan, then just drop me a DM. I'll happily send it over. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll look forward to showing you exactly how this has helped so many of my clients achieve life-changing results.